Got it. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Dave. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing fantastic. Thank you so much. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. So happy to
Yay.
be here for another Monday and talk about possibilities. And this is a very exciting week for me. So yeah, I've
Yeah.
got my in-person launch, so I'm very excited about that. Got my books on the weekend. So yes,
Awesome.
very excited. So if you're the first time here, we're talking about my new book called What If? 365 Positive Possibilities for Your Life. And yeah, we just have a fun half hour of chit-chatting about possibilities and what is possible for you. So yeah, if you're watching live, we'd love to hear what,
Don't worry about that.
oh, like what's going on.
Sorry. Wait, let me do the Canadian translation for you. Sorry.
Like, what is that? Do I open it? Do I not?
No.
Um, so what I do is just ask you to take a nice deep breath in and out. And we're going to ask the universe what message that they have for us today. So let's take a look. Ooh, this is a very good one. They're all good, but I say that every time. What if today I was unstoppable? Hmm. Imagine having the mindset that you were unstoppable. What could you accomplish? What could you do or be? Sit and ponder that for a few moments. What could your life look like if you believed you were unstoppable? Begin writing down any ideas that come to mind as to what you could do, what you could become, etc. Now, looking at your list, does it bring a feeling of excitement? Does it make you imagine your life as if it was possible? Do you realize that you are unstoppable? Yes, yes, you. Now, the ego may have other things to say about that comment I just made, but the truth of the matter is that you are most definitely, undeniably unstoppable. Why didn't you know that before? Well, this little thing called ego was in the background of your consciousness, spouting off negative comments, thoughts, and beliefs that have kept you where you are safe. Nothing really happens here, and that's just what the ego likes. It doesn't like change, and it likes to play it safe. Now, a question for you. Who is the captain of your ship? Is it you or your ego? Oh, yeah, things going on the screen.
Oh no.
Okay, no, that was just the thing from the last, from Nature's Divas, just saying, hey, where do you want me to put this?
Got it.
Hopefully you say it is you. If it hasn't been up until now, then now is the time to take back control of your ship and steer it in the new way you want to go and towards the goals you want to achieve. Begin by having a little chat with your ego, letting them know that they are no longer in control and you will be taking charge. Then, in a loud and confident voice, let the ego know that you are unstoppable. Wow, that's a powerful one, and it fits so nicely in with what we said in Nature's Divas. So, for being unstoppable, many of us think, well, I can't do that, or I can't do this. And that is the ego, as it says in the book, that's keeping you safe. And change, the ego doesn't see as safe. It sees it as a threat and something to be avoided at all costs. However, we know in order to transform and be the people that we came down here to be, we need to change. It is within us to stretch the boundaries of our comfort zone. It is within us to transform and be the person and shine that light that is within us that we came here to share with the world. So it's really important for us to take control of our ship or the bus or whichever you're driving, whatever you decide to drive, whether it's a motorcycle, whatever type of transportation you're thinking of, you need to take back control, the keys, and the steering wheel, whatever that is. We don't want anybody else driving because you are in control. You are in control of what's going on in your life. And if you aren't, the people that aren't in control are the people that don't have any goals, that are just simply going where the wind takes them or the river takes them. And, you know, as I mentioned before, only dead fish go with the flow. So you
Right.
might want to keep that in mind. So
There's
you
that.
want to you want to have goals. You want to, hopefully you want to create the life of your dreams. And because if you can dream it, you can do it. So why not do it? Because you've been given those inspirations on, hey, what if I did this? What if I did this? Oh, yeah, because you can. It's just taking the action steps to do that. And one of the beliefs that to do these things is to be unstoppable, to not let that ego go, well, hold on a minute, well, we don't want to do that because that's kind of scary. No, it's not scary. It's just the ego making up things in your mind.
Hmm.
Stretch that comfort zone, stretch and go, well, even if it is scary, I'm going to do it because it looks like fun and I get to do this today.
Mm.
And then your comfort level just stretches some more and stretches some more. And before you know it, it's like there's nothing to be afraid of because it's all fun. It's all play. You get to
Hmm.
play. You get to have fun. You get to do things. You get to create the life that you want.
Absolutely. Yay. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a different approach with this one.
Ooh, all right. Let's hear it.
So, and I think that is just part of being a therapist. This is what runs through my head. The first thing is if we're being asked, what if today I was unstoppable? The very next thing that pops into my head is, why do you think you're not unstoppable?
Mm,
Because that's just as important, to identify why it is or what those things are. Unfortunately, that's usually a really packed list, unfortunately. So, sometimes those are the things that we need to actually, journal about or take a look at. And, oh, that used to be there. That used to be there. Oh, I used to think this way. Okay, great. We get to cross all of those things off on the list that used to be. Fantastic. Because now that's leading us more into, I'm now shifting my energy into the positive aspect in the frequency of actually giving myself permission to think even potential that I'm unstoppable. Because for a lot of folks, that wasn't even in a realm of possibility. And so if we haven't worked on some of those things that led us to believe that we're not unstoppable, because I come from a very different place. That it's yes, you're absolutely like that's not even a question. You're unstoppable. My only question is what's keeping you from it? Because
mm,
that is the way that it is. You're a divine spark. You're a divine being. There's no place that the creator isn't, and that includes every cell, every fiber of your being is part of the creator. So then, yeah, unstoppable is just a duh. But the only thing that's not happening is the things that the filters that we're restricting on ourselves to not remember that we're unstoppable. And so let's get through that crud and get into the having fun and be as mo uh, mobilized and motivated and create that momentum that we're needing and wanting to have in our journey. And so if we were to, I love this. This is an fun, incredible exercise for journaling of what if. And my question is, if you don't identify the biggest reason, maybe that's it. If we just identify the biggest stumbling block that we have that l- lends itself to us not being unstoppable, let's just work on one at that moment. And what's the first action I can take? What's one action right now that I can take that's moving me and sliding the scale way faster, way easier, we're closer to that alignment of I am unstoppable. Because I am unstoppable is a universal principle and law that we can have our truth. That's my truth. That's my truth for you. How much of that we buy into? Well, that's where we negotiate usually. And the negotiation is exactly what you talked about is the ego is the one that's negotiating how much of that we're going to let you believe.
Yeah.
So if we were just to disengage that part of it, and if we have to just for a moment, forget that we even have one, put that sucker on mute. Mute it. There's no ego right now. Or no subconscious blocks, whatever that is. Like just press the mute button or stop so that we can then get to hear the wonderful resonance of that instrument that is us, that is now chiming into the universe in the symphony that is all of the magic that's around us. Because we're part of that symphony, we're part of that magic. So knowing and owning that you are absolutely unstoppable, without a doubt, make that the new mantra of then what do I need to do to make that my present reality? Starting to find out how do I align with that. So that is my reality right now, not someday, but in this one moment. I'm going to take full responsibility for one moment that I am unstoppable. Great. If that's what we can achieve for one moment, awesome. See you tomorrow for 2 moments.
Absolutely. And something we can I'll add to that is when you say I am unstoppable, what's the ego say? What's the first thing that the ego says? And then go, oh, my ego is saying da 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 da. Because when you speak it out loud, the ego doesn't like to be found out. It likes to just be like in the background, just out of the range of you hearing. And I just talked about this in Nature's Divas, but when you tune in, you get to hear all the horrible things that the ego is saying because it's not supportive. It is not a supportive friend, even though it's stuck with you for a while. So what I do is like, all right, either you be quiet or I'm stopping the bus here and you can get off and I'm going to drive away without you. So, you can do a couple of things there, but be aware of the things that come up because those are those beliefs and that ego, those thoughts that are running around in the background, sabotaging you, self-sabotaging you from moving forward. So when you say my ego's saying this, the ego's like, well, she's not supposed to say that out loud. And it's like, oh, but I'm going to continue to say that out loud. And then it's like, nuts. Now they can hear me. And then the ego quiets because it doesn't want to be found out. It doesn't want to be heard. So the more that you say those out loud, and then you can hear what's being said. And then you're like, wait a minute, that's not true. And then you can really make changes, because then you are actually tuning in to what that ego and those thoughts are and those beliefs that 95% are not even yours. And now you can start going, that doesn't resonate with me anymore. Gone. I am unstoppable. And when you keep planting that in and something else comes up, oh, my ego says this. And that ego's like, rats, she said it again. And you just keep doing that, you're going to find that it implants within your heart. And without a doubt that you are unstoppable. And whatever the ego's saying, eventually that ego's going to zip it, because it's like, well, she keeps saying what I'm talking about, and she's not supposed to do that. And it's like, well, sucks to be you, buddy. But I'm driving the bus here. We're going forward. We're transforming, and I am going to shine my light in the world, and there's nothing you can do about it. So,
Nice. Yay. You know, with here's something too that with some of those exercises that if it feels so foreign for someone to even begin to entertain that they are unstoppable, then let's just take a journey through our history. Look back at identifying the areas that you were unstoppable, from the beginning of time. They're there, I promise.
mm-hmm.
I know without a shadow of a doubt that there are times that in our lives that we've already been unstoppable. Unstoppable in our thinking, our belief system, our way of operating. It could have been that it was down not a great road. All right, but you were unstoppable. You were going to so derail that bus. Alrighty then. You are unstoppable. We'll just take that for a win. But it's still knowing that it just is where the place where there's no other option is what that feeling is no other option, that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to heal, I'm going to thrive, I'm going to breathe. Whatever those are those unstoppable moments. And so if we begin to remember and we have that cell memory and muscle memory of what that does feel like, now we're getting closer to that frequency so that we can become more aware and accustomed to that vibratory pattern of unstoppable. Unstoppable can also be not a great thing if we're not taking it all in and got ourselves centered and focused so that we can see the entire landscape. Because I can be unstoppable as I'm running the car off the road. Sure, absolutely. Is that really what you're aligned with? Probably no. Hopefully no. But it's it's again, it's a mindset that we have now negated any other option. So identifying in our lives where we have been in that space before will then begin that nice dotted line to help us lead to find where we are now and what unstoppable is going to mean to us at this moment, and where and how we can use that for our empowerment, so that we have that backbone, how we do have. And it's fun when you literally just say that I'm unstoppable. It's super difficult just to like sit there slouched on a couch. When you're saying it, you like there's this response that you're almost starting to sit up taller, and in that, and it is definitely a posture because that's cell memory. Well, you're not going to be this hunched over, slumped couch potato and say I'm unstoppable unless you're meaning I'm unstoppable finishing this bag of chips. Okay,
And binge
rock
watching.
on.
I'm unstoppable.
You got it. So and that's the fun, is that you get to see this. It's a powerful tool, and it depends on where it's at, because unstoppable also can be in that same vein of self-sabotage, because that can mean also that I'm going to make sure that I screw everything up so that I don't have to be held to the higher light or the responsibility that I can be successful or that I can have a healthy relationship or I can be that healthier person, because that unstoppable can be just as the power of it doesn't change. It
Mhm.
is an absolute current that is um, that voltage is really, really powerful. So using it for bad or good, if you will. Yes, exactly. You might also know it as. So looking at finding how we want to bring that in and how we've used it, and maybe even in the shadow moment where that has served us too. Now taking more responsibility into our journey, where we're going, our making sure that we're utilizing that power, because it's not a question if you can be unstoppable. That's never been the question. That is always an understood. The moment you take your first breath in this earth school, that is, you're hardwired for that to be unstoppable. It's just the way that it is in this place. So then, how do we want to apply that wonderful energy that we can be unstoppable at being able to be that reservoir of unconditional love, that we get to be the inspiration, that we get to be a place of compassion, all of those things put behind that the force of unstoppable. Oh, that is the good stuff. So I hope that everybody doing this journal exercise and taking those moments, giving yourself that gift to ask that really um, brave question: what if I was unstoppable? What, just today, if I was unstoppable? What do I want to see with that? How can I feel that? Oh, so fun.
Absolutely. It's so exciting. And then on the just want to share with you on this page here, this is the ending of the page. This is the unstoppable one. It says, say to yourself, I consciously choose.
Ooh. Oh, oh, that's good
Gave me
stuff.
goosebumps.
Yes, exactly. That's a soul recognition. Absolutely.
Yeah. And when we take back control of your vehicle, which is your mind, because it is a very, very powerful tool. And when you can take that back and go, I consciously choose, and I choose to be unstoppable, what could you create in your life?
Mhm.
What could you, how could you shine your light for all the people in the world that need to hear what you have to share? How could you impact this world and create more positivity and more love in this world? Because we know that's what's needed. By saying those,
Yes.
and say them out loud, like wherever you are in the world, say them out loud. Because when you say them out loud, words have a vibration and a frequency. And when you say that, as Dr. Dave said, you sit up taller, because it's like, oh yeah, here I am, and I'm ready to take on the world, and I'm ready to do my part to change and be that light that needs to shine in the world. And that is very, very powerful. And it's so cool because you get to play,
Mhm.
you get to have
Absolutely.
fun, you get to see miracles happen within your own life and in everyone else's,
Mhm.
which is pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. It's so good. So can you tell everybody about, um, just kind of touch base again about your upcoming events?
Absolutely. So I have an in-person book launch. If you're in the Niagara region, in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, then I am going to be in Port Colborne. So you can direct message me. I can give you all the information for that. It's going to be this Thursday from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. There's going to be, well, there's going to be me. I'll be there.
Mhm.
And I'll be doing book signing, and around 4 p.m. I'm going to be doing a talk. So I'm going to be doing something like this and chatting with people and having them do an exercise. So that's going to be really exciting. And I have some raffles and some refreshments, and it's just an open house. So You can come and go whenever you've got a chance. You can pop out and see me. And then we are going to be doing one online in May, so we can give you more information then. And if you're not able to make it, my book is on Amazon, all the Amazons. So you can just type in "What If 365 Positive Possibilities for Your Life," and you will find it there.
Yay. Awesome. Awesome.
So
So
exciting.
fun. Yeah. How did you come up with picking Thursday for your launch?
Well, because it is a new moon, so new things happening, which is very powerful. So I like to, go with the moon cycles and the flow of energy, as well as it is the second time in a row that Aries is in the new moon. So it's extremely powerful. And I have had the wonderful honor of working with Sinead, who is a lady in Scotland who has helped me with my book and the formatting and stuff. And she's also given me, she does astrology, and she said this is a very, very powerful time for me to release my gifts into the world. So I'm really excited about that, because my main goal is to help transform the lives of over 500,000 people. So that's what I want to do through my book and through my other products that I've created. So just to shine my light as bright as I can for people all over the world. And it's so nice that through Zoom we can connect with people all over the world. So it's pretty awesome.
I'm thinking that Miss Brenda is unstoppable.
Why, thank you. Yes, I am. I do take that one. Yep.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Good for you. Well, I wish you all the best. Wonderful success for Thursday. And thank you so much for allowing me to join you and having so much fun with you in this creation of you being able to gift your gift to the universe. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm so thankful that you agreed to do this with me. And it's just so much fun to connect every week. So I always look forward to Monday mornings, like, oh, I get to play with Dr. Dave and, just see what the divas and the possibilities are and share that with the world. So it's so cool to connect with you every week and do that and have some fun and just bring a lightness and more positivity to everyone out there, because it's so important, just, yeah, it's Monday. And if you don't like what's going on Monday, then change it and maybe tune in. And
Absolutely.
our friends at the residents are watching as well, which is really awesome. We have a whole group of staff and residents that watch us every Monday morning. And what a wonderful way to start the day is with a little bit of
Absolutely.
a jolt. I was going to say jolt, but that's not what I want to say. More of like an influx of positivity.
Absolutely. Installments. What we
Oh, that's a
need,
good one. I like
especially
that.
on a Monday.
Yes. It is an installment of
Your installment is
positivity
what?
for your day.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, thank you again so much, and I can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you so much. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and we will see you back here next Monday. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.